Hello, hello. Oh my gosh, I am so excited to be here and chat with you today. I have so many things that are making me really excited. But before I go into any of the details, I am just going to oh, I'm just going to get this shared all around. I was like, why can't I hear myself? But I forgot to put my computer on mute. Oh my gosh. So, as I log into Facebook, I get even more excited because I can see a walk that I went on and I picked up a fall leaf. Listen, was this a year ago? 2 years ago on September 30th, the leaves were like way changing. They were falling off of trees. I could pick them up and I was so excited about the seasons changing. And now it's like barely getting cold. The leaves are not committing to change. It's just crazy how different things are. All right. So I'm going to get this shared around and then I'm going to tell you all about why I'm live right now and what I want to talk about. All right. As you're getting on here, please say hi to me. If you're on replay, just drop hashtag replay in the comments. I do want to know that you are here, even if it's a replay listen. I love to know. What is this doing? Why can't things just be easy? Let's see if it even worked. So yes, say hi. I see that a couple of you guys are on here. I would love, love, love it if you would talk to me. Let's see if it's working on my page. All right. So while I'm looking down and just double checking that this is working, I want to tell you what I'm really excited about and then what else I'm really excited about and then why I'm really alive. So first reason I'm excited is that it's September 30th. So that means I can wear my blackberry lip scents and I have on Halloween leggings. Oh, and Halloween socks. Okay, it's fine. You're probably not as excited as I am, but okay, I don't know why that's not working and why it says unavailable. So, oh, it says it's only to friends. No, hold on. Let me change the publicity of this and then it will work. So anyways, that's like really what I'm excited about. Blackberry lipstick, Halloween leggings, and literally tomorrow, everything you see behind me will be Halloweenified. It'll be completely different. So that's one of the reasons why I'm excited. Well, two of the reasons why I'm excited. Oh, this takes so much time to check and make sure it's working. Okay, it is. So if you've been paying any attention to my stories, I'm sure you've noticed that I have been doing a lot. I just want to pull up my notes here. A lot of stories around my Get Your Shift Together workshop and my Shift Happens signature program. And so today I wanted to come live and just kind of share with you all the crazy saucery that's been happening behind the scenes and why I'm really excited for this workshop coming up and Shift Happens coming up. I always life coach in anything that, like, even though I'm really talking to you about signing up for this free workshop and a little bit about my program and all of that, I'm always going to be giving you lessons. So I do want you to know that if you haven't really listened to any of my lives, just know there's always education in these lives to help you out because that is the way that I coach. So I hope you'll stick around, you'll comment, and just be here and share in the excitement of all the things besides the leaves changing. That's nothing to be not excited about. Why aren't they changing? I mean, some of them are. There's like one tree that knows that it's this time of the year. The rest of them are like, I don't know what that one tree is doing, but we're all still green. Anyways, tell me you love my blackberry lip scents. That's what I need from you. Tell me you love it. Okay. So talking to you about behind the scenes. So one of the things that was really, really important to me in going into the Get Your Shift Together workshop this time was basically everything being awesome. Now, it's not that when I ran this workshop in the past that it wasn't unbelievable and that people's lives didn't change and like none of that. Like it did, which just goes to show that it doesn't have to be perfect. You can still have amazing results, and that can be applied to anything in life. I think we get so caught up in perfection that either A, we never get started, or B, we're constantly working to get it completed, but we don't ever get it completed because it's still not perfect enough. And I have never been that kind of person. I have always been the kind of person who, when I start something, it's like, okay, this is a good enough point for this that I'm doing to move forward, right? It's fine for me to release it to the public, to take action forward with it, whatever it is, or even just in life. Like I just feel that way. And so this time with the workshop, I wanted to look at it from the perspective of what elements were missing from the other times I've run this workshop that I want to have this time so that there is a bigger transformation during the week that we're together, and that it really creates a stronger foundation for the lasting change. So those are two of the questions that I asked myself as I was remastering this workshop. And one of the things that I found is I used to only offer like my Journal Juice Jumpstart. So once you sign up for the workshop, you can get my Journal Juice Jumpstart, which is amazing. Journaling is something that I'm really big on. It's part of every single program that I have, but that was it. And so this time, though, there is an entire VIP experience that if you want to take part in it, you can. Like, you don't have to. But if you want to take part in it, it's going to help you have an even better get your shift together experience over the week that we are in this program, or this workshop, I should say. And so that was something that I added, but it required me to build or find or tweak or edit all of it, which I'm so not used to. And so I guess one of the reasons why I wanted to come live and chat with you is just to talk to you about what goes in to something like the Get Your Shift Together workshop. Even for someone who has run this workshop, I think 3 other times, maybe 4 other times, how much better that it can be made and the different aspects that could be added. So this time I added the VIP Get Your Shift Together experience, but also inside the workshop, I used to do a 9-day workshop, and I've also done a 5-day workshop. And if you didn't hear me, this workshop is free. So make sure that you go to the link and get signed up because it's freaking amazing. It's in the description of this video, wherever you're watching it. Or you can go to getyourshifttogether.life. Again, that's getyourshifttogether.life. But so the front end experience, so if you didn't upgrade to VIP, I still wanted to make sure that the time that you were with me in this workshop was maximized. I've always felt like the last 3 to 4 days of the workshop was not necessarily not important, but it was never as powerful as the beginning 4 or 5 days. And so when I was remastering it and looking at it, I thought, okay, how can I make the workshop, a 5-day workshop, so powerful, so unbelievably amazing that we can cut it down those 4 days so that you're not there for 9 whole days and get an even bigger, better transformation. So no joke, I went through my 9-day Get Your Shift Together workshop and I listened to every audio, which is anywhere from 90 minutes to 2.5 hours, depending on, what I was doing, if I was doing live coaching or whatever. I went through all of the audios and I literally listened back to every single one and pulled out the best content from all of the different audios and the best days, the ones that I felt like, holy fuck, that was amazing. And that is what I made as the content for this Get Your Shift Together workshop. And it will be the content for the workshop going forward. And then I asked myself, how can I make it to where the workshop attendees have even better results as they're going through this workshop? They can connect. There's some other aspects that I could dive a little bit deeper in that I haven't really ever touched on. And so I created 2 handouts for workshop attendees, and both of them are Yeah. Are they handouts? I don't know what the hell you call them, but yeah, let's just call them handouts. And they're both of them are from time perspective. The number one thing that I hear when I ask people why they don't take time for themselves is that they don't have enough time. We always say, oh, with however many kids I have, or I have all of this going on in my life. I have that going on in my life. I have this on my plate. I have that on my plate. And so with those things, time is the reason why they are unable to take time out for themselves, right? So I made a couple of documents, and one of them is figuring out what kind of time personality that you have so that you can get more connected to yourself and how you view time. And then the other one is the difference between tyrant time and power time, and how when you're thinking from things from the tyrant time perspective, how it really depletes the time that you do have. And when you're thinking of things from the power time perspective, it actually empowers you and gives you more time to get more things done, even though we have the same 24 hours in a day. So those are two of the free handouts that you get for joining this free workshop. There's like so much. There are tons of quotes inside of this workshop. There are massive action plans every single day. And they're not just quotes, by the way, that I just threw together and I was like, this sounds good. This applies to it. No. They're quotes that either are mine that I've put together for the workshop, or quotes that other people have said in workshop past that were amazing, or they're quotes that coincide with exactly what we're talking about, hitting you hard, that gut punch, that connection that I really wanted to make sure was part of the tools or resources. That's what I was looking for. Resources that you get as part of this workshop. So, I'm so excited for the quotes and bringing those forward, and the new handouts that are going to be forward. And then I was thinking, as I was going through all those 9 videos, I'm always ran this workshop on 100% intuition. And it's always been so unbelievably amazing. Like, there hasn't been a time that I've ran Get Your Shift Together that I was like, that's okay. Like, every single time I have ran this workshop, I have been so, can I show you guys my outfit? Let's just talk about my cute outfit. Look how cute. They're gnomes with haunted houses. Can you guys see these cute leggings? Oh my God. Okay, I'm over it. I just had to show you my cute outfit. It would be much cuter if my office was already Halloweenified, but it's not. Okay, I'm back to your regularly scheduled program. I've always ran it off of intuition. But this time, listening back to myself, there were so many powerful points that I hit that I thought were just phenomenal to make part of this workshop this time, and to make sure that the notes were there. So I have massive notes for this workshop, but something tells me that intuition will continue to take over, and I'll trail down here and trail down there and trail down here. And that's how I really want it to be. I never want it to be where when I do it, it's just like, okay, no. And so disconnected, because it is a very intuitive workshop, and it goes right into my intuitive Shift Happens program. Like, they go so well together because I feed off of my energy, my connection, what you're saying in the comments, your energy, your connection. All of that is so freaking important to have the most amazing results. And so therefore I'm like, okay, if I could have the most badass notes from my favorite Get Your Shift Together workshop, and then I add in my intuition, it's going to be the most powerful free program you have ever gone through, free workshop you have ever gone through, even if you have gone through mine in the past. So Get Your Shift Together kicks off on Monday, October 11th. I know I've said it a few times, but it is free. And I think the reason why I keep going back and forth into workshop or program is because when I show up in the Get Your Shift Together workshop, my energy isn't any different than how I show up when you're paying me thousands of dollars to coach with me. And I think that that makes a big difference. Now, don't get that confused with content, right? To say, well, if that's the same energy that you bring, then why would I ever pay you, right, to work with you? Energy is the same. However, the transformation, the result, the accountability, the process, the structure, the tools, the strategies, all of that is way more in my paid programs than it is in the workshop. But you can always expect that my energy doesn't change with you and in the workshop just because it's free. I never understand why people show up and they half-ass it. And then if they do get people paying them, which a lot of people do, once you get into their program, it's still not any stronger. One of the things that I would say is there's a lot of free stuff floating around out there, and pay attention to this. If you feel like that person is holding like a lot back, if you feel like every time you get to that like brink of more information, like what you're going to need from what they just said, but they're like, that's in my program, I would be leery of that. Because why the fuck am I in your free challenge, your masterclass, your workshop, whatever the fuck it is, if I'm not going to get any major value so that I can trust you to buy into your $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 program? If you're not willing to show the fuck up for me on the free side, I find it hard that once I pay you, it's really going to be that awesome. Now, that's just my opinion and where I come from, but I have spent over 100,000. We're probably looking at more like $120,000 or more on programs, courses, trainings, boot camps, with all different types of coaches, life coaching, business coaching, Facebook ads, marketing, sales, everything you can think of. So I think I get the right to be a little hard on how they show up in both areas. So one of the other things that I think is a shitty thing about what I see going on right now with a lot of the free stuff is that the person shows up phenomenally on the free side. You're like, oh my God, that was so amazing. Like, I freaking love this. And then when you get into their paid stuff, it's lacking. So they really brought it on the front side. Then when you buy into it, it's shitty or not as good as you thought. You will never, ever, ever get that with me. One, because I pride myself in over delivering in every aspect of what I do. And two, because I don't know how to give you just the bare minimum at all. I don't know how to do that. I only know how to coach from one place, and that is showing up, giving you what you need in that moment, in those times, and helping you transition to the next level version of yourself. And I've been like that as a business coach, and I'm exactly like that as a life coach as well. So if you have never like signed up for my stuff or not actually shown up and done the work for a free workshop or something that I've done, I wanted to share that with you because I want you to know that that's how I show up. That's how I present. But I also want you to know that there are some pitfalls in the industry, and I am seeing it a lot more, and it's hard. It's really hard because I'm so different than that. But then it's my job to stand out from that noise too, and be like, listen, I know that there's a lot of this out here that is misleading. So it's misleading because they're not giving you hardly anything on the front side because they want you to pay them, and their paid stuff is amazing, or they are giving you so much badassery on the front side that you're like, I want to work with them. I love them. That when you get in, you're like, wow, that let me down, right? And so my goal and how I operate is you're getting the best of both worlds, the power on the front side, the power on the back side. And you're always, always, always going to feel like what you get on the backside is way more than what was on the front side, or the next step, right? So if you attend like one of my master classes and you join my Soul Circle membership program, Soul Circle is going to be next step for you. If you join the Get Your Shift Together workshop, which is free, and then you join my Shift Happens program, it's going to be a 180. Your whole life will be a 180 change in 2 months, right? Soul Circle is going to take longer because of the way we do things, the different areas that we're operating in, the content that we're covering, the themes for each month, the reason why those themes are in those months, why that's what I'm covering in those months. So like Shift Happens is like bathing in transforming yourself. Soul Circle is like in the shower, right? So you're getting a chunk of water and you're still getting wet, but you're not soaking in it, right? And so that's a big difference, but you're still getting that transformation. So I hope that that helps and that makes sense. I had notes for this live and I haven't even used them. Oh, wait, I have. So the quality difference in the Get Your Shift Together workshop compared to when I've ran it in the past is day and night difference. And I think that's interesting for me to say because of how much of my heart and soul and effort that I have put into this workshop in the past, but it's so much better this time. You have so many more resources and tools and just quotes of fire, and the content is more structured and even more powerful, which I didn't think it could be. And I know when I add my intuition in with the structure of the new content, it's going to be that much better. But now I've also added in like the handouts that you get as part of it, which I've never done that before. And daily reminders through text message, which you're like, whatever. But you want to be there, right? You signed up for it. So adding the text message reminders is another big thing. And so I've really skyrocketed the quality around this entire workshop, including a calendar link where you can add all of the, what was I going to say? Oh, all of the days and times right to your calendar with one click. Something else I've never done. In the past, you've always had to manually add everything to your calendar. I never once thought of a Google Calendar link to make your life easier. So I'm really stoked about the quality differences in this workshop as an overall. The other thing that I did, and is actually where I started with it, was up leveling the branding. So I changed the Get Your Shift Together branding, which I really should show you the difference. Now, one thing I will say is I loved the branding from this workshop before. So it was never like I saw the branding and I was like, whoa, that sucks. I loved the branding. I used that branding from the time I launched it till now. So this is the first time I've made any changes with it because I absolutely loved it. And it's so much more energetically powerful with the new branding. And you'll see that with the Shift Happens program as well, is the brandings are a lot more alike because these go together. The Get Your Shift Together workshop, this free workshop, is the perfect entry point into Shift Happens. And so I wanted to make the branding look alike. So let me just show you. Oh, I should show you the Shift Happens branding too. It's just so different. Let's see. And I don't necessarily mean like different as in, better or worse, because I feel like it's whatever is needed in that moment. At that version, at that level of you, that's the other thing. When you are growing into the next level version of yourself, it's literally about what that version, that level version of you needs or is connected to now. And that level version of me loved this branding. Okay. I had to pull it all up because I wasn't prepared to show this to you, but I am now. Okay, so I'm hoping that it changes the screen. So this was the old Get Your Shift Together workshop logo, which it's awesome. Like this is a great logo. It's powerful, it's bright, it's fun, it's all my branding. It's everything, right? I still love it today. And I still use a lot of this foundation of this logo in different things that I do, but changing it to connect with my personality now. I just need to make sure that wherever you're seeing this, okay, I guess I just had to pull up Facebook so I could see when it changes for you. So now this is the new Get Your Shift Together logo. So here is the major freaking difference between the two. Like it's day and night different. So that's the old one. This is the new one. You've got the glow. It's the full circle. It like connecting you fully all the way around. That to me is what this circle symbolizes. I changed the fonts. I mean, just everything is so different. But I think they're both beautiful and work amazing for where they were. Hi, Mary Jo. Yay, somebody said hi to me. Now into Shift Happens. This is the old Shift Happens logo. And Daniel made both of the old Get Your Shift Together workshop logo and this Shift Happens logo. I loved this branding for Shift Happens. Absolutely loved it. When I saw it and he was done with it, I was like, you freaking killed it. Like, and I thought that I would use this branding forever, but as part of this like up leveling and bringing things together and the experience and the quality, I felt like it was time to, take it again to maybe not even the next level, but bring it together. And so this is now the Shift Happens logo. So cleaner, right? Not a lot with the background, but it's glowing. So when you look at Get Your Shift Together, you've got the glowing there. And when you look at Shift Happens, you have the glowing here. And I did that with both of the logos because this is what I want for your soul once you go through the workshop and you join the Shift Happens program, is that glowing, connected feeling inside of you. So before and after, before and after. So I hope you enjoyed just like, checking out that difference and, the journey and the changes, because it was something that was really fun for me. And when I told Daniel that I had up leveled the branding, he absolutely loves the new branding, but it was like a bittersweet moment because we had worked so hard on the other branding, anyways. It's really, really exciting what's coming. So if you haven't signed up for the Get Your Shift Together workshop, go to getyourshifttogether.life. There's going to be 2 T's in a row. Keep that in mind, or just click the link in the description of the video or in the comments. Getyourshifttogether.life and get signed up. We kick off on October 11th. If you have a friend, once you go to the sign up page and you read the details on it, if you have a friend that you feel like would really connect with that workshop, but it would be great for them to, feel free to share this link with them. You just copy and paste the getyourshifttogether.life link and they can sign up and go through it with you as well. Like I said, it's 100% free. It kicks off on October 11th. It goes through October 15th. Every single day I will be live delivering in my zone of badassery with the amazing content of the past version of me, with the intuition of the current version of me. And the one thing I want to mention before I wrap up here is the Get Your Shift Together workshop is created and is in celebration of my Shift Happens program doors opening. So Shift Happens isn't always open. In the past, I've only ran this program once a year. It is my signature program now. And so I'm feeling into how many times a year I'll run Shift Happens. It'll either be 2 or 3, but this will be the last time that it's ran for 2021. So I am just so stoked for you to go throughout this journey with me in the Get Your Shift Together workshop. And then if you feel connected to it, joining Shift Happens and, taking that next step for yourself. But no matter what, if the Get Your Shift Together workshop connects with you, I'd love to see you in there. It'll be like no other experience you've ever had. And you can get signed up at getyourshifttogether.life. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And as I always say, give yourself some grace, say yes to yourself more than you say yes to other people. And always remember that everything you do is about progress, not perfection.